Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Mistress Miriam. I'm here with Violet Hausthor. And you just heard Dharma singing 90s Baby, Delta Crab, Play, and Mile Marker Zero, 2020. Let's begin with 2020 because it's
not actually from 2020. I will say The album that this came off of, The Fifth Row, it came out in 2018. It's actually a really solid concept album about like corrupt governments and artificial intelligence and how those things can easily backfire. Weirdly prescient. I don't know. It's got some interesting stuff. This particular song is sung from the perspective of the main villain, artificial intelligence. I guess you could call it that. It's complicated.
I would say it is complicated.
I do like the complexity, though.
No, I do. I'm not saying it's. I listened to this. I was like, whoa, Violet chose the song.
Yeah, I know, right?
She loves this.
I am a sucker for prog rock, I will admit.
It's prog rock, but it's like prog rock plus.
It's a little heavier. It's sort of in that a combination of like Rise Against and some of the more modern prog stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I even felt like it's prog and sort of like a metal, like a heavy. I mean, maybe I'm pushing it too much, but it was beyond that. It had that kind of metally, like, wow.
Yeah, no, I get that, which makes perfect sense. Honestly, they've been together since like 2006. They've played along similar bands that also have that metal edge, that prog metal zone, without being entirely prog metal, like Spock's Beard, Porcupine Tree, Periphery. They received the award for Best Band in Connecticut at the 2016 New England Music Awards.
Woo-hoo.
And they recently released a live album that they recorded at a virtual concert, of all things. So really taken to the future very, very well. A lot of really cool stuff out of Mile Marker Zero.
Very cool. New Haven, Connecticut. It is just a bed of fantastic music.
I'm fond of it.
I know. You're excited for this block.
I am. This is all stuff I love so not so much.
Before we even started this one, but I was like, I can't wait. I love this. So
look, this is my kind of genre. These three songs are all the sort of stuff I love so much.
It's fantastic. So it's why I said it. If somebody gave me this block and said, who put this together? I knew it was you. From the minute I heard Mile Marker Zero, I'm like, this is so you, which is a huge compliment. Delta Crab.
Yeah, the second sort of ingredient in the Violet stew would be chiptunes and video game music in general. And I hear a lot of those influences from Delta Crab's work. He's out of Amherst, Massachusetts. And this song is so fun and cheerful and upbeat. And I really like it. It's just super fun. He's a lot of things. He's a music streamer. He streams the music creation process. He's a producer, a remix artist. He plays a bunch of different instruments like bass, guitar, keys, synths, drums, and he blurs a lot of genres together in this one. It's chiptunes, but it's not only chiptunes. It has that fun indie rock flair to it.
What exactly is a chiptune?
For those of y'all who don't know, chiptunes are old video game music. You hear it a lot in like the early days of like 8-bit video games, like early Mario, early Zelda.
I was going to say it's kind of like remind me of like a Donkey Kong sort of moment.
Exactly. It's that sort of old music.
Space Invader kind of
which thing. Is my favorite sort of genre in a lot of ways. Or definitely one of my favorites is video game music. So I'm glad I was able to bring in that sort of flair to it. And then finally rounding off that block,
Dharma.
90s Baby by Dharma out of Brattleboro, Vermont. Dharma Ramirez, you probably know slightly better as the lead singer for the Snaz while they were together. Snaz, of course, is on the Essential West New England Songbook. They're extremely well respected, very well known, and her solo stuff is so good.
This is so good.
She was in Los Angeles for a little while, but has recently moved back to Vermont. And this song sort of talks about the popified alter ego and the persona she had to put forth during her time in LA and sort of the experience of being a musician in LA. And it really shows. It's poppy, but it's got that dark edge to it that I absolutely adore.
It definitely has a dark edge. And I have to say, as a woman and a woman performer, I really enjoy when women explore the dark. I really enjoy when women explore, what I call, something that's grotesque. It's, we're coming from this place of, plastic and smile and It is grotesque. And to allow yourself in a musical performance, it's not pretty. This is not pretty. And that's great.
Yeah, that's so much fun. That's really part of what makes it so good.
She's
Is
so cool.
how dire it gets. Yeah, she's super cool, and all of her solo stuff is really solid and interesting. So, yeah.
What do we have now?
So next we have a couple of strictly electronic music songs, really leaning hard into those synths once again, as is tradition for me. We're going to be starting things off though with Cheddr doing "I'm on My Way."